Grant Hanley, you look exhausted after that one. That was a proper championship encounter, wasn't it?
No, it was. I mean, it was tough for us. Obviously, the weather being a big part of that, and obviously, but the games are always hard. You know, Preston are trying to squeeze ourselves into the playoff places. So we knew they were going to come and there was going to be a fight. You know, and it's hard for the lads to, you know, to match that at times. But I think credit to the boys because, you know, even though we are, you know, kind of plugging away mid-table, you know, to match the, you know, the desire and the fight, you know, Preston side who are trying to push into the playoffs. You know, I think big credit to the lads, and probably a draw was the right result in the end. And I know they had a couple of chances at the bar in the first half. You know, but I feel like we had a couple of chances as well. The one that Big Tim hit at the end, certain it was in, and I don't know how the ref never seen the deflection on it, but it was, you know, it was a great block. But no, like I said, draw probably right result.
How do you gee yourself up for a game like that? Because, as you say, it's easy for Preston, isn't it? They're still playing for something, and I know, you know, professional pride and all that, but it doesn't feel the same, does it? And it's a long journey. The weather's hot, but you still got a job to do.
No, that's you know, that's up to the players to, you know, to motivate themselves, and like you said, you've got to be professional. And you know, it's like you said, it's difficult at times, but it's up to, you know, the more senior lads in the squad and the, you know, more experienced players to drag everybody through, and you know, I feel that the lads done that today.
The manager spoke about his praise really for you boys, not just at the back, but actually for everyone tracking back and defending. And when we see Josh Murphy throwing himself in front of the ball in the dying minutes, that's what you need, don't you? You need everyone on board with. We know that's the sort of thing you'll do, but you don't know that everyone else is on the field is going to do that.
No, it was, and you know, fair play to Josh, he got back and made a great block. When I turned around and seen him there at the back post, I was a bit worried, but no, fair play to Josh. It was, you know, it just shows his attitude and. You know what he's willing to give for the team, so you know, fair play to him.
Yeah. Did you feel like everyone's got that now? Because there have been stages of the season where maybe they've just been focusing on what they're doing, whether that's going forward or backwards or what. But everyone's on the same page.
No, I think so. I mean, people have got to put their, you know, their egos to the side and their, you know, not being selfish for themselves and not do it for themselves, and you know, kind of keep their own noses clean. They've got to, you know, push forward for the team and do what's best for the team. And you know, I felt like you know, today's shown that.
Yeah, the quality wasn't really there on the other end of the pitch, and although that's not necessarily your department, you know, sometimes, and we've said this a number of times, haven't we, you've been encouraged to go forward from the set pieces, but it just felt like one of those days you could have been playing for another hour and it just wouldn't have gone for you.
No, it's, you know, we know that's one of our things we need to improve on, and you know, there's no magic formula for it. You kind of just wave a magic wand and it'll happen. You know, it's down to the lads on the training pitch, and you know, when you get on the match day to, you know, to make it happen, and you know, it's something that we're conscious of and something we're working hard to improve on.
Obviously, last home game of the season next week, and you'll want to go out with a bang, won't you? Because, you know, all the Norwich faithful will be there. I mean, there were plenty here today again, but that's where they'll want to see, you know, Norwich City, whatever the season has happened, they want to see some positivity to look forward to for next year.
No, definitely, and I mean credit to the fans, because whenever we're away from home, you know, it feels like they've always got a big journey and they're always there in the numbers, and you know, especially the home fans, because you know, we know as players it must be frustrating for them at times this season, because you know, we've not really produced when we feel like we should be. So now next week, you know, it's massive for us to, you know, to kind of end on a high in our last home game, and you know, and do it for the fans especially. Obviously,
there could be a lot of change in the summer. You never know at a football club. But do you feel like you're not far away now? I mean, you've just drawn, and I know it wasn't a pretty game with a side who are going for promotion. Does that mean that Norwich are not a million miles away?
No, I think so. I mean, it seems when we play the bigger teams in the league, we always seem to do well and always seem to match them. You know, it's just up to us to kind of fine tune it, if you like, and you know, work on the areas we need to, and keep getting better, and you know, the areas that we feel like we're strong in, and you know, just hopefully end this season on the high and try and kick on next year.
That holiday's only a few weeks away now. Can you taste it?
Look forward to it. It feels like a long season. But no, the lads are fully focused on, you know, the last games, and you know, try to finish well.
Thank you.